Hello everybody, welcome back. We're going over the skeletal system now. We just went over the muscular system. We'll get started here in just a moment. Hello everybody, welcome. Welcome back. If you're just joining us again, welcome. Welcome back. Hello. Welcome back everybody, welcome back. Hello everyone, welcome back. We're doing the skeletal system now. We just did the muscular system. Hello everybody, welcome back. We're doing the muscular system. Or we just did the muscular system, sorry. I'll do the skeletal system now. Hello, welcome back everybody, welcome back. Hello. Just trying to get my phone all set up here. We're going to do the skeletal system. We just did the muscular system. It'll be uploaded to YouTube later today, as well as this live stream. I do upload all my live streams to YouTube afterwards. Hello. My name is Ollie. I have a master's degree in molecular medicine, and I do go live every day, covering anatomy and physiology and other topics that you guys request. We'll get started here with the skeletal system in just a moment. How's everyone doing? Welcome back if you're just joining us after the muscular system live stream. If not, welcome in to this live stream. If you're new here, welcome. Always love seeing new faces here. All right, we'll go ahead and get started here. Number 21, what is the main mineral stored in bones? What is the main mineral stored in bones? What is the main mineral stored in bones? Awesome. It is B, calcium. Calcium is our primary mineral that is stored in our bones. It gives strength and makes the skeleton rigid. Potassium, sodium, and iron are not really stored in significant amounts in bone tissue. They're very minimal, like trace amounts. Number 2, what is the structural unit of compact bone? And hello to everybody that just joined. Welcome. My name is Ollie. I have a master's degree in molecular medicine, and I do go live every day covering anatomy and physiology and other topics that you guys do request. We do pharmacology every Friday. I upload these to YouTube afterwards as well. Every TikTok live stream replay is on YouTube. It's my name. It's Ollie Hertzeg. It's linked in my TikTok bio, as well as my anatomy and physiology notes. From when I was in the class, I had an A and 100% on my final exam. And then my website name is Medzig. But we're on number 2 now. What is the structural unit of compact bone? The answer is an osteon. So an osteon is also known as the Havarian system. It's a structural unit of compact bone. It has concentric layers around the bone tissue that surround the central canal that has the blood vessels. The trabeculae are part of spongy bone. So these are spongy bone. Not compact bone. The lamellae are the layers of bone tissue within the osteon. The caniculi are the tiny channels that connect osteocytes within the bone tissue. Thank you, Janetta, for the heart me. Thank you so much. Number 23, what type of bone is the femur classified as? What type of bone is the femur classified as? Can I do immune system? I would test this Friday. Yeah, we can do immune system this week, yes. This is actually going to be posted to YouTube afterwards if you don't want to waste the time on your phone or whatever. But yeah, this will be on YouTube afterwards. Hello to everybody that just joined. Welcome. My name is Ollie. I have a master's degree in molecular medicine. I have been tutoring anatomy and physiology for about 5 years now. And I do go live every day covering anatomy and physiology. Topics that you guys request. But we're on number 23 now. The answer is a long bone. The femur is a long bone. So the femur is classified as a long bone because it is longer. It's a little wider. And it plays a key role in movement and support. Flat bones, like the ribs, they're thinner and more broad. Short bones are rough and more so like cube-shaped, like what's in your wrist. So That would be your short bone. And the irregular bone, the irregular bone are kind of like your vertebrae. Alrighty. Number 24. Which of the following bones is part of the axial skeleton? We have our axial and our appendicular skeletons. Which one of the following is part of the axial skeleton, though? This is Anatomy and Physiology 1. This is just review for it. Number 24, the answer is C. Which of the following bones is part of the axial skeleton? The answer is the sternum. So the axial skeleton is the head and the trunk, like the spine, the skull, the ribs, and the sternum. Sternum is kind of that front part of your ribs, where the ribs attach. And the appendicular skeleton is more of our part of our limbs and pelvis. So the humerus, upper limb, lower limb, and our pelvis. The access to these practice exams will be on YouTube afterwards. I have some practice exams on my website. This one in particular is not up, but it will be soon. And we did do muscular system earlier. We're working on the skeletal system now. I do, again, like I just mentioned, these will be uploaded to YouTube afterwards. It's linked in my bio. It's also, I'll put it right here. It's my name. My website is Medzeg, or these are linked in my TikTok bio. But number 25, which cell type is responsible for bone resorption, otherwise known as breaking down bone? But these are in my TikTok bio. Thank you. Yes, no problem. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Ollie. I do go live every day covering anatomy and physiology. So another way that I think of break down bone is when you chew food, you break it down. Chew as a C in osteoclast. So chew or cleave breaks down bone. Osteoblast has a B in it. B for build. It builds up bone, promotes bone growth. Osteocyte. Cyte means cell. Osteo means bone. Osteocyte is a mature bone cell. So osteoblast builds up bone. Osteocyte is a mature bone cell. And osteoclast chews, cleaves, breaks down bone. A chondrocyte is, those are more so these are part of cartilage formation. Yep, so in my second most recent TikTok video, I have the live topic schedule for the week. I don't have the live, but after this live stream, I'm going to make the topic schedule for next week. So definitely go comment on that video with my TikTok live schedule and put what you want to see, and I will put it on the questions for next week, this upcoming week. But every Monday and Tuesday, we do a Hezi T's AMP1 and AMP2 review. So Monday will be AMP1. Tuesday will be AMP2, and these are for the Hezi and T's. There's similar questions to those. Number 26, the periosteum is what? The periosteum is what? Number 26. So my actual notes, they're my notes from when I was in the class. The practice exams are practice exams that are similar to questions that I've had in the past and whatnot. But the practice exams are separate from the notes. If that makes sense. But all of the practice exams are from the material on there. Do I do MCAT prep? Not at the moment, but I'm thinking about I'm going to study for the MCAT this summer, And if people are interested, I'd be more than happy to make videos on how I'm studying it and whatnot, and talk about best ways to study each topics and whatnot, if people were actually interested in that. Number 26, the answer is B. It is that tough outer layer surrounding the bone. So it's that dense layer of connective tissue that covers the outer surface of bones, kind of giving it a protection. It serves as an attachment site for tendons and ligaments. Number 27. The medullary cavity of a long bone contains. Number 27. The medullary cavity contains. Studying the summer. Studying this because summer as well. It's 13. Can I do live schedules or study schedules? Yeah, I'll probably definitely do live studies. Yeah, absolutely. I'm probably gonna start it like late May. I haven't decided a testing date yet. That's kind of why. Number 27, the answer is C. It is the yellow bone marrow. All right, so the medullary cavity is found in the diaphysis, so the shaft of long bones. So if we have a bone, it's in the shaft part. This is going to store the fat, yellow for fat, red bone marrow for red blood cell formation. This is in the spongy bone of certain cells and whatnot. Just came across your live. Today is the last day before I take my final exam. Awesome. Good luck on your final exam. I'm going to be doing some final exam review the next couple weeks here. What about AMP2? Yeah, I'll be going over AMP2 on Tuesday. We're actually going to do some Hezi and T's stuff, but we're going to do some Hezi and T's final exam review. Someone sent me their final exam syllabus and whatnot and their study guide. So I'll be going through that, making some questions based on that. The time yet, I haven't determined. It'll probably be 1 p.m. though. I have not determined yet. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Probably the whole week for now. Number 28, what is the name of the process by which blood cells are formed in the bone marrow? Pretty much, I make these questions. I just go through my textbook. I have a lot of my old exams. I don't, obviously for, just integrity issues, I don't take the exact questions, but I make them similar to them. I just make questions out of my textbook and from my notes that I've had. It's what I've done in the past, so just ways to review and keep up and keep track of information. What is the name of the process by which blood cells are formed in the bone marrow? The answer is hematopoiesis. So hematopoiesis is the process in which blood cells are formed. These occur primarily in the bone marrow. Ossification is the process of bone formation. So this is bone formation. Osteogenesis is the formation of bone tissue. So bone tissue. And calcification is referring to basically an accumulation of calcium in tissues. So increased calcium in tissues. What's the issue? Hello, how are you doing? Did I miss a question? I apologize if I have. Oh, I'm lagging? Am I lagging for everybody else? Hello, Tamara. Hello. Am I lagging for everybody else? I'm on the heart chapter of AMP and it's a lot. Thank you, Belle, for the finger hearts. Oh my god, we're doing musculoskeletal this week? No? Okay, so I guess just Sophia. Okay. So yeah, I would just try rejoining. Sorry about that. Alrighty, moving on to number 29. Which of the following is an example of a flat bone? which is the following example is, or what is the following is an example of a flat bone? So the answer, one sec. Number 29. So the answer is rib. So a flat bone, they're typically thin and flattened and a little bit curved, like the ribs, the sternum, some of the skull bones, the scapula. The patella is a sesamoid bone, which is basically a bone that is it's a bone within a tendon. So the vertebra is an irregular bone, and the femur is a long bone. So the rib is a flat bone. Flat bones are, like I said, they're flat, they're thinner, I should say. Like the rib, sternum, skull bones. Alrighty. Number 30, what is the function of the caniculi in bone tissue? What is the function? A sesamoid bone, it's considered, it has its own classification because it is mainly because it's a bone within a tendon. That's the definition of a sesamoid bone. But yeah, it's easy to kind of mess. It does look flat on the outside, but bones aren't always classified on just shape alone. Sesamoid bones are the special bone, like it's considered a special bone that forms within tendons. So flat bone is mainly for protection of broad surfaces and muscle attachments. Sesamoid bones develop more so inside of tendons to reduce friction. The patella is what gives you a mechanical advantage, per se. So it's an exception, best way to say. Yeah, so it can sometimes be called also that's just another name for it. There's no reason to get all. More so, it's a fancy word for a pivot point that redirects force. It's more so in terms of talking about the mechanical advantage per se, but the bone classification is a sesamoid. So we're talking about a classification system. Yes, I will. I did go over it this week. I actually have the video on the nervous system up on my YouTube right now. I posted it already. But number 30, what is the function of the caniculi in bone tissue? I'll give you guys just another second to answer that one. But it is B. It is to connect osteocytes to one another. They are tiny channels in the bone tissue. They allow osteocytes, which you talked about, the mature bone cells. They communicate with one another. They can exchange nutrients and waste products. They don't directly connect blood vessels. That's more so that's the Haversian's canal. But they store minerals and anchor. They can anchor or they don't store minerals and they don't anchor ligaments. So just for more so communication. Number 31, ossification is the process of kind of just talked about it. What it is, seed is bone formation. So ossification is that process by which bone gets formed from either cartilage, which is called our endochondral ossification. So when it's from cartilage, this is what is going to be called endochondral ossification, or from mesenchymal tissue. What that is called intramembranous ossification. So when it's from cartilage, endochondral ossification, mesenchymal, intramembranous ossification. Number 32, what type of ossification forms most flat bones like those of the skull? What type of ossification forms most flat bones like those of the skull? The answer is B, intramembranous ossification. So intramembranous ossification is in which flat bones, like the skull, the clavicle, they form directly with the mesenchymal tissue. Number 33. Number 33, in endochondral ossification, what is replaced by bone? Which kind of talked about that in a question just a little bit ago. Thanks for all the follows, everybody. Thanks for liking the live as well. The more that you guys do like the live, the more that does get it out to more people. I do post these to YouTube afterwards as well. So the answer is B, it is cartilage. So like we talked about up here, when it's coming from cartilage, endochondral ossification, mesenchymal tissue is intramembranous. Number 34, the primary ossification center in a long bone is located in the what? So for the last question again, so we replace cartilage so endochondral ossification, endochondral, think of chondrocyte, think of like connective tissue, cartilage. So bone gets formed from the cartilage tissue there, and then in intramembranous ossification, we have mesenchymal tissue. But number 34 is B, it's the diaphysis. So the primary ossification center is located in the diaphysis of the shaft of long bones. This is where bone first starts to replace cartilage. The epiphysis develops a secondary. So this is primary, and epiphysis is secondary. Number 35. The secondary ossification centers develop after birth we kind of just answered that in the last question. It's the epiphyses. So secondary ossification develops in the epiphyses, which are the ends. So these are going to be our ends of our long bones. Number 36, which type of cartilage is involved in endochondral ossification? So we talked about the cartilage is what we are using to replace bone, what bone is replacing an endochondral ossification, but what in particular type of cartilage are we replacing? Awesome. It is B. It is hyaline cartilage. So hyaline cartilage is what we use, what's replaced with bone. Hyaline cartilage is a type of tissue that is involved in this. This is the process by bones are formed. So, number 37, the epiphyseal plate is responsible for awesome. It is B. It is bone lengthening. Bone lengthening. So the epiphyseal plate is also known as our growth plate. It's responsible for lengthening during childhood, when adolescence. It's made of cartilage. The new cartilage continually is added to allow bones to grow in length. Number 38, what eventually happens to the epiphyseal plate during bone growth? The answer is C. It becomes ossified and forms the epiphyseal line. So basically, when a child or adolescent starts getting closer and closer towards adulthood, the epiphyseal line is going to ossify, meaning it turns to bone. And it'll become the epiphyseal line. This is basically to signal the end of bone lengthening, so it does not remain cartilage for life or expand into the diaphysis. You can see this, and you can tell on an x-ray whether or not someone is done growing or not. There's some other tests as well. And then we have last two questions here. 39, during intramembranous ossification, bone develops directly from, kind of talked about this. We have our endochondral, which came from our cartilage, and then we had intramembranous, which develops directly from seeds, the mesenchymal or embryonic tissue. So this is when bone develops. Basically, it's like the embryonic connective tissue. This is what forms basically flat bones, like the skull. Number 40, which bones are formed by intramembranous ossification? Awesome. Answer, flat bones of the skull and the clavicle. Kind of talked about that in the last couple of questions. But the rest of these are all endochondral. Those were all the questions that I had today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow. I'll be back again at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going over A&P 1. Tuesday, no time yet, but Tuesday will be A&P 2. And then I'm accepting topic requests on, so my second most recent TikTok video. I have the live schedule on there from last week. Do I have one on the digestive system? Yes, I did do a digestive system last week. It's up on YouTube now. I do post the replays to YouTube. My YouTube for these replays is my name. It's Ollie Hertzeg. It's linked in my TikTok bio as well as my website Medzeg. It has all of my notes when I was in anatomy and physiology. I have some. What of urinary? Yes, I do have some urinary system ones up there. I definitely would recommend you go checking out my YouTube. If you have a question on what I've gone over and stuff, everything I've gone over in the past is on YouTube right now. The only thing I don't have yesterday's live stream up, but it will be up later today, as well as my live streams from today. Yes, I do have one for reproductive. Again, like I said, definitely go check out my YouTube to see if I have up there. I have playlists on YouTube. I have the Hezi and Tees playlist, and I have an anatomy and physiology playlist that I update. But pretty much all the topics I've gone over are up there. And if there are any topic requests, please send me an email. Definitely put a comment on that video as well. I'd be more than happy to do one. Yep, I've uploaded the nervous system. I believe it should be up. Yes, it is. It was uploaded yesterday. Yep, tomorrow will definitely be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't have the times yet for the other live streams, but tomorrow is definitely going to be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The replay is on YouTube. My notes and study guides are on MedZig. These are in my TikTok bio. Thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate you guys being here. Any other quick questions? Again, topic requests, please go comment them on that video or send me an email. It's linked in my bio. Any other just quick questions here before I get going, guys? Any other quick questions? What about T's? Yeah, so tomorrow and Tuesday will be for T's Hezi, like anatomy and physiology review. A little bit of final exam review. Because I know a lot of people have final exams coming up and stuff, so. Yep, no problem. Any other quick questions here before I get going? Again, I'll be back live again tomorrow covering Anatomy and Physiology 1, Hezi and T's, and final exam stuff. And I will post them to YouTube afterwards as well. Yes, my final is next week. Oh, what day is your final on? Because I can definitely try to post some more finals content in the next couple weeks here. And everyone kind of has, some people already had their finals last week, some and whatnot, but next Sunday. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely try to have some final exam reviews and whatnot. If you also, I don't know if you have like a study guide or anything that's on your final. If you send me a PDF of that, I'll take a look at it. Some people have already been sending me their PDFs of what they need to cover on their final exam. I'll definitely put them in the questions. My Hezi is so soon. Oh my goodness, when's your Hezi? Thank you so much. I would really appreciate that. Yep. And on the 9th. Oh, yes, that is coming up. And we'll definitely be doing some reviews and whatnot. So, yeah, we'll definitely. Alrighty, I'm going to get going again on that topic schedule video. Definitely comment what you want to see. I will be live again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate you all being here. Thank you guys so much. Oh, you missed the live. That's okay. I'll be back again tomorrow. The live's going to be on YouTube later today. Sorry. Thank you, though. Thanks for watching. Have a